Hey, what's going on, Who That Nation? It is yours truly, TJ Jones, the host of the State of the Saints podcast, giving you all the State of the Saints podcast halftime report. The New Orleans Saints are down. They are trailing the Detroit Lions by a score of 24-7. And Who That Nation, I got to say, this is one of the most embarrassing and most humiliating things I have ever seen in my entire life. Watching a team that I have rooted for my entire childhood just continue to just look like how they did during my childhood. I mean, the score was what 21-0 before you can sit down in your seat. I mean, the team came out uninspired, not ready to play. And to me, I don't think that's a coincidence. I really don't. If you look at the way that Michael Thomas is commenting on social media about some of the things that are going on, not really saying it indirectly, but more cryptically. And then also you see the way that the Saints actually came out there and started the game. It's pretty much, to me, the entire team basically telling the organization that this isn't the guy. Rather, it's Derek Carr and Dennis Allen. And the fans, like I said on the pregame show, they are ready to boo. And honestly, this is more embarrassing. I'm looking at the television right now. There are more Lions fans, it seems, to be in the Superdome than actual Saints fans. And every time Derek Carr touches the football, the fans boo, which is in protest, in my opinion, that they don't want the guy. And he's basically everything that I've been saying that he has been over the last couple of weeks. He's a guy that is very thin-skinned, lets his emotions get the best of him. You can see the assistant coaches on the sidelines patting him on the back, trying to encourage him and stuff. He looked like he's about to cry. Instead of him like trying to figure out on 3 and outs why he isn't like executing and getting the ball down the field and sitting down looking at a Surface tablet, he rather soak in all of the boos that people are giving him. Once again, when you care too much about what people think, you become nothing. You don't even know who you are. And this is what I've been saying for the last couple of weeks. This dude is not it. He's not it. This is not continual success. In the face of adversity, he has shown you what he is capable of. And this is embarrassing. And the fact that Mickey Loomis can say last week, talking about he has the right guys in the room, like he needs to be fired too. If Mickey Loomis does not fire Dennis Allen after this performance, after how sluggish this team is, coming in, knowing that you lost to a division rival, knowing that you have a home game, and knowing that you need to have a better showing of it, and the team comes out and gets the ball ran down their throat for the first drive, the same way it was the last time we seen the Atlanta Falcons offense hit the field. It's an absolute embarrassment. And you still have people out here caping for Derek Carr. You still got people out here caping for Derek Carr. You got to be out your freaking mind. Or maybe you're just one of those people that just want to go against the grain because everybody else is saying it. But in reality, the fact of the matter is, it's terrible. I apologize, folks. I was actually having a conversation with my son. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But anyway, the New Orleans Saints, they look very, very sluggish. They look very, very terrible. So I apologize for that. But look, something has got to give. Okay. Look, Dennis Allen isn't it. All right. Like, this dude just needs to be fired. Let's just go ahead and get this over with. Like, let's move on and try to focus on somebody that can actually get this talent out of this team. That's all I'm saying, man. Let's just get some talent. Let's get the best out of this talent. Like, I like, this is absolutely insane. The way that they are just doing this. For what? It's not working. It is not working. How long do we have to suffer as a fan base? And you know what? You know what the thing about it is? You know what the sad thing about all of this is, Who Dat Nation? Is if the Saints come out and show any signs of fighting the second half, Mickey Loomis' delusional ass is probably going to use that as positive equity for Dennis Allen. That's the sad thing about this. If they come out and they put up some yards or they score some touchdowns or make this a game, he is going to use that as leverage and say, you know what? Well, they still fighting for Dennis. This is pathetic. This is the worst thing possible. And the sad thing, they are so scared of moving on from life that resembles Sean Payton and Drew Brees, that they are willing to subject us to this nonsense and call it coaching. These boys are terrible. You got like Derek Carr out here with his old sensitive tail. Like, be that as it may, I will concede Juwan Johnson should have caught the football. But you had a wide open A.T. Perry on a drag route. And it's not like you were under pressure. This dude had 4 seconds in the pocket. He could have read through his progressions twice. And he still checked it down to Juwan Johnson. I mean, it is just ineptitude of like the highest order. I mean, it's like everybody else sees this but them. These people are delusional, man. The fact that you took 13 weeks to use a guy in Jimmy Graham, who has historically been known for scoring in the red zone, a 6'7", 265-pound tight end, and you wait 13 weeks. Well, excuse me. I think he played in a Green Bay Packer game, so you wait about 9 or 10 weeks to activate this dude. And it was only because of the outrage from us. Kept saying it, kept lobbying for it. People on podcasts kept lobbying for it. You got this dude in your facility, and you're struggling in a red zone, and you're not even going to try. You're not even going to attempt to try. But yet we're supposed to be quiet. We're supposed to accept the nonsense that is going on in New Orleans. Man, give me a freaking break. All of these clowns can go, in my opinion. Every last one of these guys needs to go, in my opinion. Anybody out here still trying to make this thing work, you're an idiot. I'm just going to say it. You're an absolute idiot, and you shouldn't talk football. And I know some people will probably say, oh, you know, TJ, don't call people idiots. No, you have to be completely oblivious or an absolute buffoon to believe that what you're seeing on the field is good football. And you're absolutely insane if you think that Derek Carr can lead the Saints anywhere. The dude is a loser. And yes, you can probably have a little bit of sustainable success to try to maybe repair his reputation a little bit if you get a better coach. But still, he is not made the stuff that you want in a starting quarterback. I don't want my starting quarterback sulking on the sidelines like a little punk. I don't want my starting quarterback to be sitting over there passing blame to other people and not looking at himself. I don't want my starting quarterback missing wide open wide receivers 10 years into his career. And anybody that's caping for that, don't talk football with me. Don't get on my social media page. Don't try to reel me into a conversation because you're wasting your freaking time. Because this is just absolutely asinine at this point. This is asinine. This is a waste of time. This is an absolute embarrassment. But we up here caping for Derek Carr, mediocre tail. Derek Carr, 7-12, 84 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. You got Taysom Hill, who gets cheered like he's Michael Jordan coming back from retirement. 4 carries, 28 yards. Alvin Kamara, 7 carries, 16 yards. Jamal Williams, 3 carries, 6 yards. A.T. Perry, 1 catch for 30. You got Chris Olave, 2 catches for 28 yards. Alvin Kamara, 2 catches for 14. Jimmy Graham, 1 catch. He has the touchdown. And you have Jamal Williams, 1 catch and 6 yards. Boston Adebo, 5 tackles. Nephi Sewell, 4. Isaac Yiadom, 3. Along with Nathan Shepard and Colin Sanders, they have 3. Demario Davis with 2. Zach Bond, who knows? I mean, a guy who came out of college as a pass rusher, and you use him in pass rushing situations, and he gets a sack. Who would have thought? 1 sack for Zach Bond. Cam Jordan, 2 tackles. Carl Granderson, 2 tackles. Malcolm Roach, 2 tackles. Jordan Howden, 2 tackles. Then you have James Hurst, Taysom Hill, Alontae Taylor, Isaiah Foskey, Brian Brzee, Tano Passanio, JT Gray, and Jonathan Abram and Adam Prentice all have 1 tackle. What I expect in the second half, I expect for the Saints to try to make this thing interesting. And I just think that they probably just going to go out there, throw something against the wall, no rhyme, no reason, no type of blend or anything like that, trying to put it into the game. I expect after the game, them boys trying to big up their big qualities and talking about how they never fought. I mean, how they never laid down and how they never gave up. And we did a few things that were good in the game, but it just wasn't good enough. Like the same old song and dance. All right. I mean, it's pretty much going to be the same thing. But hopefully this game is an eye-opener. Hopefully this game is the organization realizing that the Saints fans, we deserve better. We deserve better. When we sit down and subjecting ourselves to 3 hours of football, we deserve better. We deserve better. But I'll see you all after the end of the game. We'll be talking a little bit more about the game and breaking it down some more. So enjoy the second half. Hopefully the New Orleans Saints can show a little bit more fight than they did in the first. Till next time, all I got to say is